This short video will value a bond. We're going to value a 2-year bond. Sometimes bonds that are a little over a year up to about 10 years are called notes, but we'll just call it a bond. So it'll be a 2-year semi-annual bond. Semi-annual means it pays every 6 months. We'll say that there's a 4% coupon on the bond, and that the yield to maturity for the bond is 7%. Okay. Now, like we do with all bonds, we're going to say the par is equal to $1,000. Okay. Now, from this information, I'm going to value this bond 3 different ways, and then I'll make some assumptions later about a call provision, and we'll look at how it might be priced with a call provision in mind. So, first thing you want to do with a nice short bond like this, I picked a very short-term bond because I wanted to do the calculations by hand to start off, and then I'll do it by using a financial calculator, and I'll do it using one of those big formulas we used in the time value of money chapter. Okay, so that's where we're going. So, a 4% coupon, remember, a coupon is always stated on an annual basis. That means for a $1,000 bond, 4% means it's $40 per year. Now, you have to chop that into semi-annual payments, so it's $20 every 6 months to the end right here. Okay, now, that's an annuity. And don't forget, at the end of that maturity, at the end of the life of the bond, you get your $1,000 back. So what is this worth today? That's the value of the bond. So we're going to discount each one of these cash flows back. So we're going to take 20 and we're going to divide it by 1.035 to the first power. We need to take this yield to maturity, which is on an annual basis, 1 year each here, and chop it into 2 pieces. So it's 3.5% for each semi-annual period. This comes out to be $19.33. In other words, the present value of $20 6 months from now, given a 3.5% interest rate for that 6-month period, is $19.33. That's the present value of that $20. The present value of the second $20, we're going to discount it at 3.5% for 2 periods. That'll be worth a little less, right? And then we're going to discount this one back 3 periods. That'll be worth $18.04, and then we're going to take the whole thing. I could take the 20 and discount it back, and then discount the 1,000, or I'll just take the whole thing and discount it back. And when I do that whole thing, I get $888.87, and when I add this up, I get $944.91 is the value of this bond. Now again, ask yourself, does this make sense? This bond generates 4% coupon. The market expects 7%. So it's not, the market wants more. So this bond is not very attractive. The bond should be selling at a discount relative to par value, and it is. It is. Okay, so there you have it by hand. Pretty hard to do with a 10-year bond, much harder to do with a 20-year bond, and so on. But I wanted you to see how the nuts and bolts of what a bond is, how it's valued. Now, what I want to do is show you with the calculator. And with the calculator, it's N equals 4 semi-annual periods, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's I/Y 3.5%. Its payment is 20. Future value is 1,000, and we're going to compute Par present value 944.90. Okay, so I'm off by a penny due to rounding. One other way to calculate it is, don't forget this formula. Present value equals 1 minus 1 over 1 plus r to the n all over the r power plus par value divided by 1 plus r n. And if I plug the, oh, don't forget to put payment here. So if I plug the numbers in, that's 20. 1 minus 1 over 1.035 to the fourth divided by 35 plus 1,000 divided by 1.035 to the fourth. We will come up to 944.90 again. Now, one more thing with the bond. Let's assume that this bond is callable after 1 year, and that it's callable right here. And if it's callable at 1 year, that it's going to be callable at par value plus 1 year's worth of interest plus an annual interest payment. You have to read the indenture to find out how it actually works, and in a problem that I would give you, it has to tell you exactly how that works. It's possible it could be par value plus one semi-annual payment, or it could be par value plus a year's worth, or some other method. But we'll follow the rules that are given in this problem. We're going to say par value plus an annual interest payment. That means what's going to happen in this timeline, this goes away. You're not going to get this. You're going to get 1,040, which is you'll get this. Oops, I should keep that 20 in. I want to keep this 20 in. You're going to get the next coupon, a coupon here, plus 1,040 right at this point. Okay, so now what is the bond worth? Well, probably best off to do it by hand. If you do it by hand, you're going to have 20 divided by 1.035 to the first power plus 1060 divided by 1.035 squared. So this will be worth 1933 is the value of that payment, and then this is worth $989.52. So this bond is worth $1,008.85. This is a callable bond. It's worth $1,008. It's nothing but the present value of future cash flows. There we go. All right, there.